Greetings to all of you who are listening to the Night Channel, and without further ado, today I would like to introduce you to a very interesting story. I wish you and your friends will have a moment to listen to the story. In the evening in the quiet countryside, the air is quiet and slightly different from the hustle and bustle of the city. Here, everyone is familiar with the politeness, closeness, and sincerity. When night falls, men often gather together, talk, drink, eat special dishes such as snails, fish, or crabs from the riverbank. The atmosphere is very pleasant, like a part that cannot be missing in life here. Although Dung is still young, he stands out with his vigor in drinking. He is only 17, but he is already experienced in drinking. Every day without a few sips, it is as if a part of his life is missing. It is as if he wants to prove that a man who is selfless, self-sacrificing, and selfless is not wrong. Especially, no one can surpass his ability to make wine. The wines made by Dung always fly high, making his friends around him admire them. Hung, since he came back to his grandmother's house, has been following Dung like a shadow. He adores this close friend because he is not only a skillful person, but also has many strange talents. Hung never leaves Dung's side. They play together, study together, and sometimes even stay at his friend's house until late at night. They don't want to go home. Sometimes the two of them just simply lie on an old wooden bed, talk to each other, then go to sleep, so that tomorrow morning they can continue their games. Dung's father is Mr. Tam Tat. Actually, his name is Tam, but because he lost one leg, so people call him Tam Tat to distinguish him from the other Tam in the neighborhood. Although he lost one leg, he swam like a fish and was the best sailor in this neighborhood. There is only one thing he loves more than his wife. At night, when he doesn't have a few glasses in his body, he keeps making trouble with his wife. It's also strange. Although he likes to drink, he can't drink much. Just a few glasses and he gets drunk and falls asleep. He doesn't have the habit of having a little bit of wine in his mouth, which is the worst. He's a cat-like dog like everyone else. That night, Hung just spilled a bowl. After swallowing the last grains of rice in his mouth, he stood up, went to get water, drank and said, "I went to Dung's house to visit my grandmother's house." Then, without waiting for his wife to ask any more questions, he sprung out of the yard and ran towards his new friend's house in this neighborhood. His wife just shook her head, looked at him, then told her to clean up the bowl. The night in the countryside was really peaceful. It was only over 8 o'clock at night, but in the sky was full of stars at night. The sky had no black clouds, which made people feel both happy and sad. Hung looked up at the sky, took a deep breath, and let the wind blow into his heart. Dung's house was not too far away, but it was not as close as his house in the city. The doors were close to each other. If you wanted to go to his house, you had to go through a pretty empty road, not to mention the night, the sound of insects, crickets kept crowing. He was angry with everyone. Hung watched his step, walked faster. Dung's house had locked the door from the beginning, but that's okay. Lock the door first, then enter the door later. Hung knew that Dung was always in the house below, but rarely in the house above. And he knew, now Dung was taking some pictures that he asked his parents to buy to bring home. As soon as he stepped into the house, he heard a scream. It was Dung's mother. Looking for Dung, she said, "What are you doing?" "Sit down and wait for a while." Hung sat down on the chair, and looked around. Dung's house was a bit poor, so there was nothing. A 14-inch TV was old. When it turned on, the whole car was gone from the storm. It was still running until now, and Dung's house didn't have a fridge or a computer. Dung's mother was a woman who was nearly 40 years old, but she was still young.